Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. House Class. And today we're going to be doing UFLI lesson 39A, short U review, day 1. And that is what it is. We're going to do our review. So let's look at our schedule here. First, we're going to start with our phonemic awareness. So let's go ahead. The first part is a blending drill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the blends, the sounds. So like, and then you guys are going to say, fun. Okay? So let's try it. D. D. T. One more. N. Okay, so when we blend it, I'm not going to give away the blend to you. That's why I needed you to take it and blend it. And I use the arm, but you can use your fingers too. All right, now we're going to do segmenting, which is the opposite. So I'm going to say the word like up, and then you'll say up. Okay, and then you'll separate it. Okay, that's what segmenting is. You're separating it. Okay, let's try it. Bus. Bus. Cut. Gum. Great job. We're all done with that. So now we're going to move into our visual drill. So that's where when you see the letter, the picture, the grapheme, you're going to tell me what it says. So let's move forward. Let's see. First letter is A. So what does A say? A says ah. What does this say? Ah. I. Ah. S. T. P. D. K. Or S. G. Or J sometimes. B. O. V. J. Y. X. Qu. Z. All right, we're done with that. So now we're going to move to the auditory drill, and I'm going to have my friends get out their boards and their markers for this. So we're taking grapheme, phoneme here. So the first phoneme, and I'm not going to do all of them, but the first one is I. I. What says I? Write it on your board, and then hold it up so we can see. I. All right, I see the first couple already. I says I. Great. What letter says T? All right, there we go. It doesn't matter if you wrote a capital or lowercase, as long as you wrote a T. Great job. Next one. What can say ah? All right. Got our O. O says ah. Okay. What can say that was a little tricky because it doesn't sound like it makes a sound at all, but if you listen closely, you will hear it says F. Great job. All right, let's do 2 more. What letter can say S? So this one's, you got to be careful. What says S? Okay, most of my friends wrote S. Some of you might have been like, oh, well, C can say S, but C only says it if there is an E with it. So if you did it that way, that's fine. All right, last one. What can say K? Do you notice that I'm not saying like K? It's not K. It's K. And I have friends that wrote C. I see friends that wrote K. And I see some friends that wrote C and K. The digraph, it does say K after a short vowel sound like S. Great job. All right, erase your boards and go ahead and put them away. We're going to be moving on to our blending board. So I gotta pull up my blending board. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a word together and you're gonna read it. So if I put up the word, what word is that? Mom. So we should be at a point here in second grade anyway. If you're in first grade, you might need to mom. But in second grade, we already have practiced that a lot. So we're saying mom. We're kind of just blending it together. That's why it's called the blending board, or blending it. All right, so the next word is mop. Next word is hop. What about hops? And then tops. Let me get rid of that. Top. Okay, I don't hear you. Okay, what about if I do hip? What about this? And bid. What about bad? What about bat? What about and last one. Great job. We're moving on where we are going to do our new concept. So again, this is a review lesson, so it's not really a new concept. We're just really making sure that we understand what we're doing with the short U. So let's move forward. So short U says up. Some of you might know U, up, That's one example. Some people, well, what about umbrella? Yes, umbrella does that the same way. So you'll find it in the middle of words like cut and run. Will we find it at the beginning of words like up and us? Great. So let's move forward. So U says short U anyway. Do you notice that little sign up there? It looks like a smiley face. That lets us know it's short. And if you ever see a long line like this is called a breve, and this is called a macron, the line. That means it's a long vowel sound like U. But this shows us it's a short sound. Cool. Watch me read these few words. Cup. Let's all read. Up. Us. Fun. Mud. Run. Bus. Sun. Cut. Bus. All right, we're not gonna spell, so we're gonna move on from that, which means we're all done. Give yourselves a round of applause, pat on the back, kiss on your brain, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.